Hello, yogis. Welcome to your headache relief practice. While causes of headaches vary from person to person, tension headaches are overwhelmingly the most common kind of headache. We're going to take a gentle approach, gentle stretching and gentle movement to relieve head, neck, shoulder tension. We'll begin lying down, and you will need at least a rolled up blanket, possibly a second blanket to go underneath your head, and a yoga bolster or a pillow if you have one. We're going to begin lying down on our back. You may want a folded blanket underneath your head so that the ground under your head is soft. And then you'll take your yoga bolster or pillow and lay it underneath your knees so that we can begin in reclined bound angle. That's feet together, knees open. Once you settle into the shape, rest your hands somewhere on your body, perhaps around the curve of the top of your hip, on your low belly, or one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. If, however, you find that holding your arms in this position has culminated in increased shoulder tension, let's release our hands from our body, walk your shoulders together a little bit underneath you, and allow your arms to rest by your sides. As you close down your eyes, start to breathe through your nose, relaxing your eyes, and feeling as if your breath were moving into and around the space where you're experiencing the most pain. Breathing into that space, and then simply globally breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Do this for 1 minute. To the best of your ability, continue to breathe in this steady 4-square pattern. Breathing into full, pausing at the top, breathing out to empty, pausing at the bottom. Breathing into full, pausing at the top, breathing out to empty, pausing at the bottom. And as you continue, we're going to reduce eye strain by stretching our eyes. From behind closed eyelids, imagine a clock. Lift your eyes up to 12 o'clock and breathe into full, pause, Breathe out to empty. Pause. Look down to 6 o'clock. Breathe into full. Pause. Breathe out to empty. Pause. Go back between 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock, breathing a full cycle breath, lifting or lowering your eyes to that time. Finish the breath cycle you are on, and then simply breathe in and out. We're going to do the same activity, but now we'll look over to 9 o'clock. Our head stays still, eyes go to the left, breathe into full, pause at the top, breathe out to empty, pause at the bottom. Eyes come to center and then look over to 3 o'clock, breathe into full, pause at the top, breathe out to empty, pause at the bottom. Do 9 and 3 o'clock for full breath cycles. Finish the breath cycle you're on, and then relax your eyes at center, breathing in and out simply. Lift your knees up so your feet come to center, and then step your feet onto your yoga prop or pillow and press it away so it goes to the end of your mat. And take a gentle but long full body stretch. Step your feet onto the ground so your knees point up. Reach for your rolled up blanket and place it near your head so that as you roll onto your left side, you can rest your head and neck over the rolled up blanket. So there's a very gentle stretch through the right side of your neck. My left arm's going to be reaching out over to the left, so I'm lying on the side of my left shoulder. Reach your right arm to the ceiling and allow your fingers to curl in so your arm is mostly relaxed, and start to draw small circles with your arm. Small, lazy circles. Allow the circles to gradually get a bit bigger, and there's no need for really big circles. We're mostly staying in the territory over our body. Switch directions. Start to make your circles smaller, gradually working our way back to those little circles right over our shoulder. Pause and reach your right arm behind your back. Pause and reach your right arm behind your back. Proportionately, I'm able to close my fingers into a fist and rest my knuckles on the ground behind me. You may want to allow your arm to hang against your back and for your fingers to be loose. But either way, relax into this gentle stretch. Notice if your eyes have grown tight with the effort of interpreting instructions. And simply relax into breath here, breathing into full, pausing, and breathing out to empty. Pausing, breathing into full, pausing, breathing out to empty, pausing. You can stay exactly where you are, but you could also change this to the front of your shoulder by bringing your arm out from behind your back, reaching your arm overhead of your right ear, and then bending your elbow and letting your arm hang to the space behind your back. If you're not happy with this hanging, you could always put a prop behind you or feel like your upper arm bone is leaning in towards your body a bit. But hanging is perfectly fine, and we'll take a few slow exploratory breaths, relaxing any squinting that's arisen in your eyes. Bring your right arm onto the ground in front of you so you're lying on your left side. And then let's turn the shape over, coming to lie on our right side with our right arm maybe extended in front of us. So we're lying on the side of our right shoulder. Our head and neck are gently stretched over our rolled up blanket. Knees are maybe coming up toward the chest a little bit, though spine is fairly neutral. And then once we get there, you're going to Reach your left arm up to the ceiling, shoulder, elbow, wrist, relaxed fingers. And it doesn't matter the direction. Start to spin a few slow circles. Arm lazily extended to the ceiling. Starting to make those circles a bit bigger, working only to as large as is over our body. Switching directions and starting to work our way very gradually back to those smaller circles. Pausing and reaching your left arm behind your back, maybe a loose fist or curled in fingers, and feeling our breath washing into the space between your left ear and left shoulder, up the side of your neck with relaxed eyes, breathing into full, pausing, and breathing out to empty. Pausing. Continuing here. You can stay exactly where you are, or you can unlace your left arm from behind your back. Reach your arm overhead, over your left ear, and then bend your elbow and let your arm hang to the space behind you. You could always bring your arm closer to your body or tuck a prop behind you. But either way, relaxing any squinting in your eyes. Breathing in and breathing out. Bring your left arm back in front of your body. And then take the rolled up blanket out from underneath your neck, set it to the side, and then lie on your back. We are going to eventually sit up in this practice, but we're going to do two things before we do that. The first is that we're going to reach our arms out to our sides at shoulder height and then cactus our arms. So bend your elbows, loose fists. Step your feet onto the ground so your knees are bent. Walk your feet apart. Keeping your elbows and upper arms fairly where they are. Send your left forearm toward the ground as your left knee knocks towards your right leg. Right leg lazes open. Go back to where you started. Left leg lifts, left forearm goes back to the ground. Right knee goes down, right forearm gently presses to the ground. Go back to where you started and start to switch sides. And as you switch back and forth, try to hold in your mind the feeling of your shoulder and your hip on the same side moving. So try to be with your right shoulder and right hip as they move. And then try to be with your left shoulder and left hip as they move. Please, with lots of self-compassion, keep remembering to relax your eyes, releasing any squinting that's building up there. Pause, and then allow your feet to walk a little closer together and your knees to knock against each other. Hug yourself with your right arm on top, so your right arm is closer to your face. Hug yourself, crawling your fingers as far back as they'll go. Keeping the lower half of your body fairly still, your nose is going to go to the right as your shoulders and elbows go to the left. It's a little movement. Go back to center where you started and keep repeating it. Elbows, shoulders to the left, nose to the right. Go back to center. Do that a few times in this direction. Release your arms and hug yourself in the other direction. Left arm on top, closer to your face. Crawling your hands back around your rib cage. And then your nose is going to go to the left while your shoulders and elbows go to the right. Come back to center. Nose left, come back to center. Keep going. Nose left, elbows right, come back to center. Land at center and then relax, unwind, put your hands on your body and notice yourself breathe. Make your way up to seated however you see fit. And set yourself up in as comfortable a seated position as you can find, cross-legged or sitting in a chair. Rest your hands in your lap, on your knees, on your legs. With your eyes closed and your eyes relaxed, reintegrate conscious breathing practice that may have been interrupted with that transition. And become aware of the space at the back of your head where your head and your neck connect. Then also become aware of your nose. Lift your nose, feeling the back of your head move down as your nose moves up. And then lower your nose, feeling the back of your head come up as your nose goes down. Nose slowly lifts, back of your head comes down. Nose lowers, back of your head comes up. Do this movement a few times at that pace, holding awareness of both of these spaces in your mind as you do it. The next time you lift your head, keep lifting your head, but turn your right ear a little towards your right shoulder, lifting the left side of your jaw toward the ceiling and allowing your chest to hang heavy, your collarbone to hang heavy underneath. You may want to lightly touch your fingertips around the back of your head to offer some support here. Keep relaxing your eyes as you gently stretch the front of your neck. As you're ready to, lower your chin, turn your left ear toward your left shoulder a bit, lift up the right side of your jaw, allowing especially the right side of your collarbone to be heavy away from this length up the front of your neck. Relaxing your eyes and breathing your breath into the right front side of your neck. Hands can always support your head. Lower your chin back to center and then bring your chin toward your chest and do some very small semicircles here. Head a little to the right, little to the left, but mostly staying in that space over your heart space. And then eventually land at center. And yes, you could gently lay your hands on the back of your head and allow your elbows to hang if you wanted to. But relax your eyes and find that space at the back of your head where your head and your neck connect. And feel as if your breath were reaching into this space and flowing out of this space. Reaching in and flowing out. Gently release your hands if they're on the back of your head. Lift your head upright. And then again, feeling awareness of your nose and relaxing your shoulders down as you sit upright. Turn your nose to the left. Come through center and then turn your nose to the right. Do this slowly at this pace. Pause at center and hug your arms again around your chest, crawling your fingers back, right arm on top, right arm closest to your face. And then turn your whole torso over to the left and curl in a little bit towards your left leg. And then lift up toward the ceiling on the left. Curl in, lift up. Do this a few times, staying on the one side. Come back to center and unwind your arms. Take a long breath in and a slow breath out your nose. Re-hug yourself, arm over arm, left arm on top. Crawl your fingers back. And this time turn towards your right hip, curling in towards your right hip and leg, and then lifting up toward the ceiling on the right, curling in, lifting up. Do this a few times on this side. Make your way back to center. Unwind your arms. Take a long breath in and a slow breath out. Take a hold of the top of your right ear with your right hand. And sitting upright so that your spine stays aligned, pull on your right ear enough that you feel your head lift a little, still aligned over your spine. Keeping that little pull on your right ear, turn your head left to right a little bit, and then up and down a little bit. And then just sort of look around. And then maybe switch directions of the looking around. Put your right hand in your lap and let's switch sides. Sitting up tall, head tries not to move initially. Pull up on the top of your left ear, enough so that you feel your head lift a bit, and then start to look up and down. And then side to side. And then around. Take a little look around. And then switch directions. Pause at center. We're going to do both ears in a moment. First, with your hands anywhere relaxed in your lap, tip your low back so you feel your pelvis move forward as your spine rounds back. And then lift your spine forward so you feel your tailbone point back. Spine rounds back, pelvis points forward. Spine rolls forward, tailbone points back. So do this a few times. And then pause, sitting upright. Get a hold of the top of both of your ears, sitting up tall. Pull on the top of both of your ears. And as you keep pulling, do that spine tilt again. Spine forward, spine back, pelvis tilts forward and back. With some awareness on the rhythm between your neck and your low back. Relax your eyes and breathe. Pause at center and relax your hands down. Before we come onto our back, let's lovingly and gently pet ourselves. So using combing fingers, turn your head and tip it a little to the right and comb your fingers repeatedly, both hands, over the left side of your neck. You can get down into your collarbone if you want. You can get up underneath your jaw. You can pull forward, going across the long muscles up the side of your neck. But focus over here for a few moments. And then gradually start to work your way across the center of your throat, underneath your jaw, underneath your tongue, and then start to work on the right side of your neck. Maybe fingers separated. Combing, maybe down to your collarbone. And maybe over, sideways, across the big muscles up the side of your neck. And then land at center. We're going to end with supported legs up, which is a down-regulating posture that also gently stretches the fascia and muscles of the spine. So you're going to have your bolster handy. You might still want that folded blanket to go under your head. And then come to lie down, and you're going to put your bolster or your pillow or a thin pillow over a block underneath your hip. So with your feet on the ground, knees bent, lift your bum and slide your prop above your tailbone but below your low back. If you find it challenging to keep your legs suspended in mid-air here, you can always go straight to the wall. You just need to get your bum really, really close to the baseboard on your side before you lift your legs up. You can also use a yoga strap over your feet and then loosely held in your hands. When you lift your legs up, you may want to lift one at a time. And it's not worth holding unless you're comfortable enough, ideally very comfortable. So try moving your bolster down, moving it up until you find the right spot. Once you've found the right spot, take your hands and gently rub them against each other until you feel a little bit of warmth. And then lay your palms over your eyes. Lay your palms over your eyes and allow your eyes to relax backward in their sockets. In the same way that your body is allowing the ground to hold it, allow your head to hold your eyes. Notice your breath. And even as you relax your arms down by your sides or onto your body, away from your eyes, you could always lay an eye pillow over your eyes to maintain some darkness and weight. But find an oceanic breath rather than in sound, in gentle ebb and flow. Breath moves in and breath moves out. Breath moves in, breath moves out. Feeling the gentle connection of the flow of the entire sky into and out of your lungs. Breath moves in, breath moves out. Stay relaxed exactly as you are. Closing with Radiance Sutra number 55. Sit in any relaxed, comfortable pose. Experience the earth below as insubstantial, a pillow of air. Air that is always vibrating, minute particles in ecstatic motion. Poised here, no support below, no support above, no support for the feet or hands, no support for the mind. Be completely at peace. You can begin to deepen your breath, or you can stay exactly where you are. Closing our practice time together with one breath. Take a very long breath in. And gently let it go. Thank you so much for your practice. It's a privilege to teach. Om Shanti. Peace.